We are just actually treating mango waste, peels and seeds, and then converting them to high-value products. So this particular facility is actually a mango waste biorefinery. Okay, so this facility allows for the treatment of mango waste and peels, which are supposed to be in practice thrown in landfills or dump sites. But in this case, it will be processed here to produce some high-value products like flour, feed mix, and briquettes. This invention came up because of a need or a problem. We see that our landfills are already running out of space because every day we produce this much of fruit waste, and so there is a need to really address this. And then we also see, as a chemical engineer, we see that this waste can be beneficial, or we can benefit more from this if we treat it and reprocess it and produce some high-value products from it. During the process of inventing, there is a need also to protect your inventions such that it will be beneficial to society in the end, and that investors can also benefit from it, as well as the university, who is actually sponsoring the research activities of the faculty or of the researchers. Now, the IP system provides like the exclusive rights to exploit the technology for better use and to manufacture the products that are related to it or attached to it, and then to benefit from it. And the IP system would also allow the investors to actually benefit from the technology, because when they license the inventions or the patents and apply or use it in this case the facility or the company, they will be protected by, for example, not being copied by others. Others cannot make use of the same technology, and then they compete with the investors in the market. So that protection is very important as to get a head start in the competition in the market. Business is actually difficult for researchers or academicians or inventors like me because for one, technology development is not yet that well developed in the country. So unlike other countries that they have really the ecosystem that supports technopreneurship or that supports invention, research, invention, and then commercialization, in our country this is just a starting. So the ecosystem is there, but still in an infant stage. Therefore, it is really challenging for people to really go through the process of technology commercialization. When you have an invention, you actually, in principle, you actually would hire a patent agent to prepare your patent, so to prepare the technical applications of your patent. The patent drafting is a tricky one because it is at the same time a legal and a technical document that you will submit to, for example, a patent office for its grant. Okay, so the process of application is very expensive if you follow the normal procedure of hiring a patent lawyer or patent agent to do this thing. However, IPOFIL has developed this what we call ITSO, the Innovation and Technology Support Office, which are located in different universities, who with their function just to help inventors prepare their patents for application and for eventual grants, so that the inventors or the investors who avail of those patents or inventions can really reap the benefits of it. Me as a technical person, I studied law as well, so that was the plus factor. So I studied Masters of Law, particularly on intellectual property law, and I really went through the process of taking the patent qualification exams just for me to be able to qualify to become a patent lawyer or patent agent. Then I myself prepare my own patent. So that helps, that fast track the whole process, but under normal conditions, it's really difficult. I can imagine if I did not do it, then I would really hire people to help me with the patenting part. When we do research, we always wanted to find funding or to look for funding. It could be internal or an external. So internal funding usually comes from the university. So that's why our research office usually fund our initial research activities. And then there are these external funding agencies like CHED, the Newton Fund, and USAID Stride, which actually fund researchers if you submit a good proposal. So the process is also very competitive. Fortunately, we are able to get the grants to further do a lot of research pertaining to this project. As an inventor, it is really very important to work out or to make use of the IP system. Number one is to give attribution to the inventors and to the researchers and to the artists and everybody who creates intellectual property, that they themselves get the benefits and the rewards of the IP that they are generating, and also that then in that way we advance the frontiers of science and technology, the frontiers of knowledge, and in doing so, we also advance the reaping of the rewards, of the benefits of the IP system, and then eventually it goes back to society. So if we actually do not respect, going through the IP process or the IP system is like respecting each other's intellectual creations, and then also promoting goodwill and competition in society. Actually, honestly, I am happy that IPUFIL is organizing and hosting this activity, because greater awareness on the IP system, patenting, inventions, and commercialization, and things like that is actually the key for inclusive growth. So we need technology. It may be low technology, high technology. At least we need technology to help out to address different problems, especially the chronic and pressing problems in society. And in the end, in this case, for example, it creates jobs. It benefits the environment, because it actually processes or treats the waste. And the third one is that it helps people really find good living or a good livelihood in the end. But there is a long way through it. The process is a very long and tedious one, but if we practice it, then if we have everybody is practicing it, in the end, there is this synergistic and holistic effect that everybody, from the investors, the rich people, down to the grassroots, they will benefit this system or the IP system. So I think that's the main idea there. And having this topic included in the APEC session is very important, because we are a very big economy, and we are global in nature. Because of technology also, it's very easy to relate to one another. And so there is goodwill and there is competition, and at the same time, I believe that people should benefit from this kind of technology. I mean, the Philippines doesn't have we are just number 7 in terms of mango production. So all the other countries can also benefit from this technology as well. I only aspire three things that this invention would really find its way to society, so that society, for number one, the environment can benefit from it, and then society can benefit from it in terms of really adding value to the waste. And then number 2 is that I wish that this invention would lead the way to more jobs, okay, and then more people or more investors would come in to really license and help out in the investing part, because in the end, it would result to economic development and then inclusive growth. This technology doesn't require so much intellectual power in terms of workforces, so we can also employ people who are unskilled or don't have employability skills, so that they can participate in getting the benefits of this technology innovation. Yeah.